It's Beer O'Clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Today we've got a beer from Hanscraft & Co. Finest Brewing, and it's a bottle of their Melon Special Bayerisch Nizza Wheat Pale Ale coming in at 5.3% ABV. There's a look at the label. German craft beer then. There's a look at the bottle cap. Let's get the beer out into a glass and see what we get. Nice bit of smoke on the bottle opening. Beer in the glass then. We got a 3-finger, slightly off white head. Hazy coloured beer. Good levels of carbonation rolling up the side. It's a hazy amber coloured beer. Looks pretty good. Shall we get the aroma? If you think of melon in the real world, if you grab hold of a melon from the supermarket, you take it home, you cut it in half, there's not a great deal of aroma that comes from a melon. You're not really, it's more of a juicy taste that you expect from a melon. Melons are very kind of soft on the aroma. As I mentioned, if you crack open a melon with a knife, grab hold of it, there's not really that much kind of succulent, juicy smells coming from a melon. It's all in the tasting. So this brewery must have used an awful lot of melon in there to be able to get this melon-like taste. It's sweet, it's candy-like. It's a little bit spicy. There's a little bit of biscuit malt in there. Smells pretty good. Let's dive in. Cheers, everybody. It's a little bit dry on the back end. Yes, you get that melon. You get a little bit of spiciness, a little bit of biting bitterness on the back end. There's some biscuit malt coming through, but it's really about that kind of juicy pale ale, melon-like. Again, let's go back to the whole melon theory, the whole thing with a melon. You buy it generally in a supermarket, you take it home, cut it in half, cut it in a quarter, grab hold of it and shove it in your gob. And it's the most juicy, succulent fruit that is probably around on this planet, yeah? And I think this brewery have tried to replicate the juiciness of a melon in this particular beer. It is juicy, it is succulent, and you just want to try to kind of get in and drink more of it. It's a really nice beer. A really nice beer. One other question before we wrap up this review is that, first of all, let's wash the beer around. It might be a bottle conditioned beer. It's definitely an unfiltered beer. You can see the haze there, just rested at the bottom of the bottle, now made its way into the glass of beer. Look at that. Doesn't that look really nice? But the question I got is the Reinheitsgebot, the German purity law with beer. If you're new to craft beer, if you're new to beer in general, then the Germans by law are only allowed to brew with 4 ingredients. And they generally are water, malts, hops and yeast. So how has this brewery managed to add melon to the beer, which would be the 5th ingredient? Because they've added some Magnum hops. They've added malt, yeast and water, of course. Maybe they've bypassed the German purity law. Maybe they've said, I'm not going to listen to the German purity law because I want to brew an unbelievable beer. There it is. Bayerisch Nizza Melon Special Wheat Pale Ale, coming in at 5.3% ABV. Let's give it a rating. I like that enough to give it a Stone the Crows 8 out of 10. It's an 8 out of 10 from Relo Craft Beer. Please put your comments in the comments box. Subscribe to our daily beer reviews. Give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom! And cheers.